Am I okay? Am I coming through all right? Okay, great. Good. It's nice to I got home a little bit early today and then went out to the grocery store and I got ground pork. And I don't really get ground pork, so I was kind of like, I'm just gonna try this and see what happens if I make like some kind of a sauce out of it or something. Because usually I get like ground beef, so I was like, I'm just gonna switch it up today and just see what happens. So,
I wanted to ask these questions actually personally too. Are you
sure.
DC or Marvel?
Oh man. You know what? I was talking to my friend about this today, actually, and I think I would have to pick DC only for the reason that I'm such a big Batman fan.
Yep.
Because like honestly, I don't really care about anybody else from DC. I really
No.
don't. But and I love so many characters from Marvel, but my like my fanboyism for Batman is so through the roof that it trumps pretty much everybody
So
else.
is it like when you go into a comic book store, you always just go straight to the Batman section?
Oh yeah, if I still went into comic book stores, that's the first place that I
Oh
would
no,
go.
that's Andy. I have a friend of mine. His name is Andy. Like, he's a big comic book guy, and he's like, "Hey, Jeremy, you should read this. Is it Batman?" No, I'm reading it then.
Yeah.
I finally branched out last year. I actually bought a Spider-Man comic, which my girlfriend
Oh,
was
is
like,
that
"My
right?
God, that's not Batman."
Yeah.
So no, that's and then I guess I know what you are. You're a PS4 or a PlayStation guy, right?
Yeah, I have an Xbox as well, and believe it or not, like, I mean, I started gaming when I was like an infant. So like I started with like an NES, and then I got an N64, and then after the N64, the PlayStation 2 was coming out, for the next generation, and so was the original Xbox, and I got an original Xbox, and I loved it,
Oh no,
and
they
then
were awesome, right?
oh yeah, and it was massive. It was big, and I just like I didn't care. I loved the thing, and I loved playing Halo. And then when the 360 came out, I was again. It was like with every generation, I was always kind of debating Sony or Microsoft. But the turning point there was that when the PlayStation 3 came out, it was so expensive, right? Like it was like six
Oh
hundred
yeah,
bucks,
yeah
right?
they were a bit of a twat with that.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it was worth it in retrospect, right? Because you had all the Blu-ray and stuff like that with it. But I got a 360, and when I was in college, when I met Scott, actually, Scott was a huge PlayStation fanboy, right?
Oh.
So me and him always kind of had that thing where like, Scott was like the guy like, dude, you gotta try like Call of Duty or whatnot, and he actually bought me Call of Duty for Xbox because he wanted me to play it that much. So I got into Call of Duty because of Scott, and then it was in college when we were roommates, and he brought his PlayStation. He went on a trip for a weekend or something, and he let me borrow his PlayStation 3 for the weekend. And I played better on the PlayStation 3, like competitively in
Oh
multiplayer,
really?
than I did on the Xbox. And then I was like, what is happening here? Like, this can't be like right. Like, I always hated the PlayStation controller. I hated it. But I realized that I was actually able to play better with it before, like Unreal Tournament and whatnot.
Oh
So
wow.
when I
Yeah.
graduated from college, I was like, you know what? Wouldn't it be funny if I just bought a PlayStation 3? Because all my friends were all PlayStation fanboys, right? So I
Hmm.
never got to play with them online. And then the thought kind of turned into, oh my God, am I actually going to do this? And I went out and I bought my made in gaming ever.
Wow.
You know,
Oh.
and I was so and I loved it. And I got the PlayStation 4. I waited in line for it. I ordered it. I got two. I waited in line at like 4 in the morning for it, and then I also got one through the mail as well. But I waited in line for the store to open because I wanted to get the system the first day because I knew I wasn't going to get it in the mail the first day it came
Oh
out.
no, I remember. I remember a lot of people were just lining up outside of stores. I saw a woman that was lined up or sitting in front of a Walmart for her son. The thing was, they weren't doing a midnight release. They were only going to start letting out the people buy the systems at 8 in the morning, and she was
Yeah,
there
yeah,
at
yep.
8 at night. It's like you.
What? No
Yeah, that's what I
way.
mean. She was there at 8 at night, and she was waiting 12 hours outside in the
Wow.
dark. I
No
couldn't
way.
believe it.
I mean, I went to the 8 a.m. release, but like I think I got up at like 2, or no, I think I went to bed at 2. I got up at 4, and then I was outside the Best Buy at like 5 or something like that, like something crazy. And like I was still like 12th person in line, so
Oh,
that's insanity. 12
oh,
hours, and especially when it's not even like I remember when we were waiting in line for I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It was a midnight
oh,
release, and I
dude,
remember
that was scary. I'm sorry, just I don't know. There's two reasons why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. One, I found that like you were saying about stuff that stresses you out. Call of
yeah.
Duty stressed me the f out. I was swearing so much when I was playing. You know what? I don't need this. So I actually haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. But when I went to the midnight release of Modern Warfare 2, I thought I was gonna get shanked. There were
Oh, really?
so many wannabe gangsters there. Like this one guy pulled up with his truck backwards with like he's wearing his big fur coat and he's got these two bitches in his car, and he gets out and he has a boom box sort of set up in his trunk and he starts playing rap music
No
really really
way.
loud. And there's me and this kind of skinny gonky kid who's he's kind of I don't know, he's kind of these weird one of socially weird kind of fellows, and he's talking to everyone around, and the 20 guys behind me are all gangsters with their hats and everything. So I'm gonna die before I'd play this damn game.
That's
So,
crazy.
oh, but you were saying about yours for
Well, there was. I remember there was an older lady in line behind us, and finally someone said like to her like, "So, are you hyped up for Modern Warfare 2?" And she said, "Actually, I'm buying it for my son." And like, somebody said like, "Well, where's your son?" She's like, "Oh, he's waiting in the car," and everybody started booing him. Because he
oh
was waiting
man.
in the car, and people were like, "You get out of the car! You make your mom wait in line for you, and while you sit in the." And it was cold when it came out because that comes out in November,
Yeah.
right? So it was like I remember it was cold. Like we were all kind of huddled outside, like I forget what it was, like an EB or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's always something that goes on. I remember when we were waiting out line for like GTA 4. When GTA 4 came out, we were in
Yep.
college. Scott and I waited out. We waited in line, and there's actually a video of this that I have, and it's funny because once we got the game, the Best Buy across the street had like these cool posters up, and we drove up to the Best Buy because it was closed, and we just ripped the posters off the store.
Oh, my friend does that whenever he goes to shows.
Oh
Whenever we
yeah.
go to music shows, there's a band that he likes. He's like, oh, yeah. So every time he leaves, he always rips down the poster of the show he just saw and runs out of the venue. Does it every time.
That's pretty hilarious.
Oh no, no. He's saying kind of. If you're saying for GTA 4, I have a similar sort of really long story. The guy was lined up the day before at 3 in the afternoon. Like he had his chair and another wannabe gangster looking fellow with his big fur
No
coat and his
way.
hat. And I went inside. And I think this is just before. I think this was around 7 o'clock. And I walked in and was like, that guy who's been sitting out there, is he waiting for GTA 4? Yeah. How long has he been there? He's been there since 3.
That's dude. There's a limit. Like there's gotta be a limit.
He's
You
not
know?
even gonna be alive when he gets the game.
Uh-oh.
He's just gonna walk in his house. Yeah, GTA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
um,
so do you have a PlayStation or
no.
Xbox?
I was hoping you would say Xbox, but I knew you were gonna say PlayStation 4. But I had a hope in the back of my mind. It's like, oh, please, 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 please.
Do you
No,
have an Xbox One?
no, I don't have it yet. Now that there was a reason why is because when I bought the Xbox, I've been a Microsoft fan all my life, even though I've had like the worst screwovers. I've had really five, technically 5 rings of death.
I was just gonna say I had 4, and
Oh,
that's honestly that's what really pissed me off about Microsoft. Where I was kind of like, okay, guys, like I can't trust your product.
nope.
Like you know what I mean? Like what am I? The whole time I'm playing it, I'm expecting it to just shut off.
Yeah, all of a sudden just.
Exactly, and it happened to so many people that I knew as
Oh.
well. It was you had more of a chance of getting it than not getting it.
Oh, no doubt. And that's what same thing I thought with the new systems is like these guys are gonna push these things out the door so fast they're not gonna even care. There's so much money they're gonna make, and I've heard that there's been issues for both sides. You haven't had one though yet, right?
Oh no, no, no!
No, see,
I've been so lucky.
yeah, well, yeah. There's
Like,
there's been it has been a small margin. I think they said like 2%, but 2%
mhm.
for each side. It's like I knew if I bought it, I'd be one of those bloody percentages just with my luck. But I'm probably gonna get an Xbox One, which honestly, my friend made a joke once, and I keep calling it the VCR.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
looks like a
Yeah.
VCR.
Yeah. It's pretty
Uh,
hideous.
do you PC game at all though?
No, I don't. I've never. I mean, like a bit, because like I don't really have like pretty much all I have are Macs. So the only thing I'm
Ah.
able to really use is like StarCraft or
Oh
like
no, no.
Blizzard games. But I've honestly never really enjoyed PC gaming because I grew up as a console gamer.
Exactly.
So it
No.
was always kind of like the mouse and the keyboard. I'm like, this is weird to
Oh, I
me.
totally would agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a film editor myself, and I've gone through two laptops and I've killed them both from over rendering. Like one day
Oh, is that right?
yeah,
Really?
I used to do demo reels for baseball players, and that was what 30 videos that for some reason I was converting them at the highest possible quality. So it was an hour. That was an hour for each video. So there's 30 of them, and then uploading them onto YouTube because they were like, "Oh, we gotta get these out." So then I think the thing was running at high speed for about 96 hours straight. So the fact that
Wow.
yeah, so that killed it. But I got a new really big powerful PC that I can run the editing, the rendering go straight through the graphics card. But
Okay.
I've just started playing games that I've always wanted to play, like the Rome.
That's like also the thing is like I know if I put games on my computer that I'm gonna be super distracted with the games as well. Like instead
Hmm.
of doing my work, like I have an emulator on my MacBook where like I'll play. Well, I kind of half justify it as like, well, I'm gonna use this for Fanboy Arcade because I'm gonna record me playing these old video games, but I can play like any game from like Super NES, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, and
Emul.
even with
Sorry, you say an emulator. What is that again?
well, it's like a program that basically it makes your computer turn into a video game system. So I can play like pretty much any like old video game that I want
Oh, one of
on
those. Okay.
yeah. So and even though the games are like crap, I start playing them and I'm like, this isn't as fun as I remember it being. Like nostalgia is such a I like to say nostalgia is a treacherous bitch because I still think like GoldenEye is like probably my second favorite game of
Oh,
all time.
have
But
you?
if you go back to that now, it's like, yeah, okay, 5 minutes. This is fun for five
Oh,
minutes, and
oh,
now,
you know, I know there's one in Boston. I don't know. Like, have you ever heard of PAX?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I go down to the one in Seattle all the time, and we went. My buddies and I, we always go to the old Bomberman tournaments, even though we never win.
Oh,
Uh,
is that right? No
yeah.
way, that's cool.
Oh yeah, they played on the like old Sega Saturn, and they put 16 players in with all these like modulated controller hook-ins. But we tried GoldenEye one year, and we were awful. None of us could aim. All I could do was strafe. I was like,
Oh, really? Yeah.
I can't aim, and I was just trying to chop people, and I never got a kill. I was awful. I hated that damn controller.
Oh,
I
the N64
Yeah,
controller?
once you got used to it, that was fine. It was all right, but you had to get over a bitch of a freaking learning curve with
You
that
know what
damn
sucked
thing.
about that controller is the joystick. There
Yeah.
was no rubber on the
Well,
joystick. So I remember like there was times playing like Tony Hawk for like a whole weekend and my thumb would be bruised by the end of it. You couldn't play because it would hurt. I'm
oh
like, why didn't you
man.
guys just put some rubber on top of this thing like Sony did?
Yeah, no. Oh, it was so stupid. Oh, but did you ever actually play GameCube?
No.
No, see, that's another thing. A lot of people thought that the GameCube wasn't as big as they thought, but it actually was pretty decent. If anything, it was more of a technological advance than the stupid Wii was because the
Really?
graphics were better.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Uh,
Yeah, but
it,
that was like the whole generation. That was like when PlayStation 2 and Xbox came out, right? So that was like when GameCube came out, I was kind of like, all right, am I making the because like I think it was like 16 or 17. So I was like, I kind of want to make the transition now into something new, because I wanted to play something that was like more. I always felt that like Sony and Microsoft kind of dealt more with adult gamers
yeah,
and
no doubt.
Nintendo kind of still dealt with like kids, I guess you could say,
Oh
right?
yeah, no, my that's why my younger brother got the GameCube and I got the Xbox. But
Yeah.
you know another thing was cool about the old Xbox was its unlimited memory.
Is that right?
Well, did you ever notice that its
Oh
blocks
wait,
never went
yes.
down?
Yes, you're totally right. Like I'd rip songs on that thing and I'm like, "Oh, I still got like I don't know how much was
I
like
still
a
have 50.
million
I
blocks or
still have
something."
50,000 blocks. Wow.
That's it.
There's
Yeah, 50,000
like
blocks. And
that's
I
the.
was like,
I've always wondered. I actually one time I actually tried to get to 50,000, and I did, and it still kept going.
"Really?
Yeah,
No way."
I don't know. That thing's memory was a
Yeah, cuz
mother size.
I don't remember the specs. Like, how much gigs did that actually
I
have?
don't even know. I almost want. Well, if you were able to put on multiple CDs, that's already what 10 gigs, right?
Yeah,
I almost
yeah.
want to go and I. The thing is, I know if I did, I probably would break it. I still have my old Xbox and I play some games on it. I have to open and unclose the disc tray about a bazillion times before it actually
Yeah.
finally closes. But I've almost. When it does die, I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna try and find the damn hard drive and see how big that thing was.
I think
Oh,
I opened mine. I think I opened mine once, and then I got scared, so I closed it.
I was like, oh no, they'll figure out that I opened the seal.
Yeah, yeah, I know the warranty thing.
Oh,
'Cause, yeah, and mine was already out of warranty, and mine was acting like finicky. So I'm like, well, maybe I can fix this by myself. No, I couldn't fix it by myself.
do you still have any of your old systems or games
Oh
or
yeah, I never. I trade games now, but like I have all of my old systems, all of my old like N64, NES. I have all of my old Xbox games. I still
yeah.
have all of my 360 games and most of my PS3 games. But like because I always just kept them. I just never traded them for some reason, right?
Well,
And now I sometimes trade them just to get some money back for them.
I
But
find that the thing with trading is now one, it's so hard to trade them in because they're
mm,
worth almost nothing, and two, you already really know what's out, right? Like when you were a kid, you didn't really know what was out. It's like, oh, what's this new game? But
yeah,
now you're so in tuned with what's in the stores. You've been there so many times. It's like, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing here.
exactly. Yeah, no, it's so true. Like even just owning a PS4 like right now, like I play Battlefield and Call of Duty on it. And my friend Ryan, he said to me, he's like, we should have maybe waited
Well,
until like there was some games
I,
like that actually come out for it, you know?
I bought Battlefield 4, man, and I took it back. I was
Really?
so upset with how they screwed up the multiplayer, and probably because it was probably I took the brunt of it because I got it for the 360, and
Right.
it was just buggy as crap.
Dude, it's like I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like when we were trying to play it, Matt and I, because the Matt and I play it almost like every other night. And I remember the first time we played it, I was like, okay, so how do I invite you to like a party? And I can't even do that. Like I can't even invite him to a party to go into the game together
Oh man,
for some reason. Like it lacks basic multiplayer functions for some reason. And then yeah, it's buggy sometimes. Like they sold a broken game, which I don't understand. You had 2 years to make this game for
well,
Battlefield 3.
see, that's the thing though is that if you looked at how long it took Dice to make certain games, it actually they took them quite a way. Took them quite a amount of time for like, Battlefield Bad Company 2
Mm.
compared to Battlefield 3.
Oh
They
yeah.
put so much effort in making Battlefield 3, but then when they did this whole premium crap,
Oh
they were really not giving that much of a game. The thing was, while they were working on the premium, they were supposedly working on Battlefield 4 at the same time, but EA pushed them way too fast. And that's the thing. Like Modern Warfare can be pushed out really quickly because it's been using a freaking crap engine for
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I always still like I look at that game. I'm like, this is the worst looking next gen game ever.
oh
Like
yeah,
it's not even
no doubt,
close.
right? And that's the
Like
thing when you use a simplistic engine, I went to the Art Institute of Vancouver for gaming, which in
mhm.
turn I think about halfway through when I took an editing course, like yeah, I'm on the wrong thing here, but I still remember a lot of what I learned. And the thing is with when you're trying to make a game that fast and the how much more expansive Battlefield is in comparison to Modern Warfare,
Oh
and
yeah.
like how much more flack they get and how much
Yeah.
more punishment the servers get. There's no
Mhm.
way they could have released a game which basically got a year and a half worth of development time.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't
Oh,
think about that. I
well,
mean, but that's the thing. Like with the publishers, like EA is like notorious for this shit. I mean, like look at
Need for Speed.
SimCity,
Oh,
or
and
and,
Need
like
for Speed
pretty
and
much
New SimCity, yeah.
yeah. Like pick any game, right? Games now, for some reason, the trend is they come out and they're broken, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll fix it." It's like, well, no, the game should come out finished.
Yeah.
Not a broken game. That's bullshit.
Oh no, like what's it? Rome Total War. I really
Mhm.
wanted to get that, but I don't know if you've seen any of the videos. One of the best ones is Angry Joe, where he points out how absolutely crap the AI is. The AI are just running around in a circle in front of his army. They're just running around in
Really?
circles. They're not doing anything.
So that's like is that like a strategy game?
Yeah. The Rome
Okay.
Total War games are awesome strategy games, but they kept on going on and on about how their AI was going to be really, really smart, really sophisticated and whatnot. And he's just got all these videos of the AI just either standing, doing nothing, or running towards an object without actually fighting anyone, or they're just going around in a circle.
Really?
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
problem. Like so many publishers in the last few years have pushed out games that are just absolute garbage and not
Yeah.
given enough time, but it's more so I think because they've put so much money into so many
Mhm.
games that have failed. Like look at Prey 2. Prey
Yeah.
2. Prey 2 looked really cool when it was
Oh yeah, it
announced.
looks
And
so cool.
where the hell is it now? I have a
Yeah.
Prey 2 shirt that I got from PAX, and
No
everyone's like,
way, really?
"Yeah, no, it was an
Dude, you should keep that. That might be worth something
oh no,
someday.
no doubt, man. It's a gray and it's just got this weird kind of star and a circle in the middle. And I remember one I was wearing when I was working out once, which was a bad idea because it was a gray shirt. But the guy said, "Hey, Prey 2, wait a minute, it's not a game. Like, where is that? It's in development. How long has it been in?" It's like I don't even know, man. I don't
Well,
even
it's
know if
like
it,
look at the like Star Wars 1313. Like that just got canceled. Like
yeah, I
because
was
I
upset.
oh my god, I was upset. I was like, "What are you fucking serious? Like this is the Star Wars game that we've been waiting for so long."
Yeah,
But
it's
I
just
mean,
like you gotta be kidding. Like you guys haven't. Like I remember that was the thing that was so stupid with LucasArts. It's like, oh, we got ideas, but we
yeah.
won't do anything. That's why they like for Battlefront 3, the reason why we never got it is because someone leaked the footage, and then they said, oh well, we won't. We're gonna halt. We're gonna suspend development until we figure out who did it. And they never did. So they said, oh okay, we'll just can it then. They were
What?
absolute idiots with it.
Way. Like that's what I don't understand. Like, and that's why like Dice is doing the new Battlefront,
Oh,
which should be like
oh,
freaking
oh
cool.
yeah,
But
you're like, oh, this would be great, and then you're thinking, oh wait, it's EA. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna push out another broken game because like Battlefront, like that's a cash cow. Like you don't have to worry about like, oh, we're gonna make our money back. Like you're gonna make your money back like tenfold
oh
putting out
yeah.
any Star Wars, especially another Battlefront game. That's gonna be all
No.
multiplayer.
And if you, I don't know if you remember, but when you played it online, did you remember it being absolutely glitchy as crap?
No, I don't. It was so long ago that I played.
It was awful, man. It
No,
didn't work. It would the only way you could kill anyone was with rockets because they hit collision and people were just jumping all over the place.
really?
The online was awful, but yet the game and my even one of my game designer teachers is like, Battlefront, that game's a piece of crap. And he's like, what? And he went and talked to me for 15 minutes and he pointed out all these things that were wrong. And one of
Really?
them was being the hit collisions. Like if you were ever the droids versus the clones, the droids would always win because their hit collision was smaller.
No way.
Oh yeah, and the special ability soldiers were useless. And then he said, it was cool having the idea of the AI using the Jedi because the Jedi then those were unmanned guns. Like you couldn't control them. And he's like, now the fact that they've made you be the Jedi, that's really cool, but it breaks the game. He said, you're a freaking god.
Yeah.
There was the
Makes
mission Yavin 4 when you're in the ship
Uh-huh.
at the very beginning of episode 4. You're Darth Vader. I swear, man, you become Darth Vader once, you can be him for the rest of the game. You'll finish with 160 kills.
Wow.
Oh, no, no, it's unfortunate that what's happened with the game industry, just how they've made some really good advancements in some
Yeah.
areas, and then there's others like what's happened with Battlefield 4 and how Nintendo just woke up and they figured out that they're worth nothing almost now. Like that recent news where they found they figured out that the Wii U is a massive failure.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
stock dropped $4 in 1 hour, and they
Well,
stand to lose through $750 million. It's just the game companies need to wake up and they need to figure out like, what we've been doing, what we thought we've been right with for the longest time is actually wrong.
and that's like, some people are saying we're heading for another video game crash, and like it could happen feasibly because Like I think the gaming industry has like turned out to be like the movie industry, right? Like, the publishers are the big studios, and they're telling the developers who are like the movie production companies, okay, the movie has to come out on this day, no matter what, right? And even if it's not right, or if it's like, oh, we could fix this or whatnot, it's like, no, we'll just fix it later. Put it out now to get the money now, and then we'll just worry about like fixing it later, which is like complete bullshit. I mean, like in terms of like you have like Activision and like EA, which are like the two major publishers, right? Who are like they publish some of the biggest games, but at the same time, like some of the biggest games that they publish come out broken. And like you said, Call of Duty has not made hardly any advances in like how many years, but the thing makes so much money that it does they can count on over $1 billion in sales every single year.
Yeah.
Any company that can be like, we're going to make $1 billion this year, what I mean? We know we are. Like, that's insanity.
We'll definitely see with the next game, because there was a lot of criticism towards this new one. Like, it didn't get perfect reviews as they usually do, and it actually it had a really high turn. Reverse rate? Yeah. In comparison to the previous games, a lot of people didn't like Ghosts. So, but the thing is, Treyarch's coming, and then it'd be like, oh, Nazi zombies, and so, that's like, I actually kind of wish I never unlocked that mode, because I found it on World. I heard about it for World of War. I was like, ooh, okay, so I'll play it, and I rented the game, and I was about to take it back, and I unlocked that mode, and my dad's like, oh, can I play with you? Okay. My dad,
is that right?
Yeah,
No
he
way.
then bought it. He killed it. He killed the game mode for me, because every time I was like, hey, let's play Nazi zombies. No, Dad. It's like, oh, come on. We played it only a few hours ago.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he loves it so much he plays it by his bloody self now.
Well, they even ruined Nazi zombies, because like I remember like playing like World at War. I was like, oh, this is like cool. And then when they came out with like the new Nazi zombies, it's like, okay, now you got to go to the teleporter, and then you have to go to like this place, and then go over here, and it's just like, all right, we're getting into like this crazy maze now that's completely distant from what it used to be.
The Black Ops one. My brother, when I've played with it sometimes with my brother, and he's like, okay, follow me here. Okay, here. Now go here. Okay, jump over that. Now go over there. Did I find that?
Yeah, it's like, how do you have to know how to do all this stuff?
Well,
like,
I asked him that too, and he said, well, how did you know? I was like, well, I spent about at least 5 hours looking up tutorial videos on how to do this.
See, that's insanity. Like, that's not
healthy.
I'm not a fan of that.
No. Oh, no, man. Oh, that's... So, actually, one thing I was going to ask, when you were saying your soundtracks, it sounds like you're a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Yeah, I love his... I love his music.
So that was the one thing when I was like, oh no, because I'm kind of I'm not his fan. I'm not a hater, but I find that his movies are good, but not godlike what a lot of people put him out to be. Like, I remember I watched Pulp Fiction, and I was like, okay, that was all right. And my friend's like, what? It's like, yeah, I thought it was decent. It's like,
here's the thing. To me, when I watched Pulp Fiction, you have to watch it twice. And the second time I watched it, I got it. And then I couldn't stop watching it. Because, like, his movie... Yeah, that's all right. Like, but when you watch it again and you actually pay attention to, like, the dialogue or whatnot, it's like, the writing is just so good.
Oh, and I agree with that, totally.
A lot of people, like, I agree, they say, like, oh, Tarantino's the most original filmmaker. And it's like, the thing is that he's not. He's, like, probably one of the most unoriginal filmmakers, because all he does is just take the styles of movies that he loved growing up watching and just puts it like, and then just combines them and puts his own twist on them. Because like, Kill Bill was like, I mean, Volume 1 was an homage to samurai films, and then Kill Bill Volume 2 is all a spaghetti western. And like, it's funny, if you watch like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and then watch Kill Bill Volume 2, you're like, wow, you just like literally this is like your like version of a western. And like, that's what's cool. I like that, because again, it's like a kid trying to make... It reminds me being young and trying to make movies with like, my video camera based on the movies that I grew up watching and loving.
I was actually going to say, are you ever going to actually put that video of you being a Santa Claus, the one that you said in the Killer Santa video?
Oh, Serial Santa, yeah.
Are you actually going to put that... Are you ever going to maybe show that on your Facebook page or anything?
The thing is like, I have to know that people want to see it. Like I might put it up on the Facebook page.
I was like, oh my God, I want to see it. Because like high school, grade school videos are absolutely hysterical because they're
Oh
so
yeah.
bad, but they're so fun to watch at the same time. Oh
Like
man.
I remember shooting it and just thinking like when it was done, it because like dude, it was like I even made a rap song like for the soundtrack of the movie. Like it was my teacher was like, okay, like my media class teacher's like, we're gonna make like 10-minute or it was like 5-minute films. And my friend Josh, he turned to me and said, okay, we're gonna make a 20-minute movie. Like I just didn't fucking care. I was like, no, we're making like a 20-minute movie. I don't care what kind of grade we get. We're gonna make an awesome like, movie. And like the teacher had to set aside like a whole class just to watch our
Oh
movie.
my god.
But like
Oh, that is hilarious.
I'd love to release it. It's just that like I said like on YouTube, I said if the video gets 1,000,
Oh man,
like that's the thing.
I know I do. I know I really want to see that. Just
Because
like you pointed out your pants kept falling down.
yeah, the movie was like honestly, I would love to review my own film
That's a
because that
great
would be like
idea.
that would be the most epic bad movie
Dude,
like
you should
review of
totally
all
do
time.
that. That is an awesome idea.
Okay, I'll think about I'll seriously consider doing it.
Oh man, that is a genuine gold idea. You should. Oh god, I'm giving give you horrible more of an expensive idea, but you would almost if you do that and you actually get a good popular following with that, you should ask people to suggest their horrible high school movies if they have any
Oh,
online,
that would be
and then
funny.
you review the crap out of them.
That would be funny.
That
That would
would.
be funny. I just don't want to hurt
Oh
anybody
yeah, that's what
because
I was actually just about to say is like you could possibly piss them off though. But you know you're not. I have to say the one thing I like about your reviews is that you're not a harsh guy. You're very kind of laid back, like for
trying to
sure.
be fair because
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
we all made bad like I've made countless bad movies over the course of my career and like I don't take anything too seriously so I'm able to look at it and be like yeah that was like bad because I didn't know what I was really doing and that's totally fine to laugh at your work when you're learning how to do things like that's the best thing to do is look back at all the things you've done and just laugh because that was you growing up. You know what I mean? And all the things you didn't know and whatnot, right?
I was actually gonna say I think I was looking for it. I think your Twilight video got taken down.
Um,
Did it?
you can't see it in Canada, which sucks.
What?
Yeah, you can see
Oh.
it in the States. But
Oh, you should put that up on your Facebook
yeah, I
page.
should put it up on the Facebook page. But
Oh.
like that was when I started changing kind of the format because
Oh yeah, you're
um,
probably getting hit with those copyright
yeah,
things,
and
right?
that's what sucks is when people say like, "Well, go back to like, showing more footage and doing longer
Oh,
videos." I
well, that
can't do it
you
because I risk getting the whole video taken
didn't
down.
you you had issues with putting up one of them, didn't you? You like put it
Yeah.
up and then it didn't work immediately, so you had to try and I know like I remember one like yeah, your Twilight one was 20 minutes long, but then the last one was 5 minutes? It's like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, they had to get shorter and then well, also I started making them shorter just because I'm like there's so much stuff that's not entertaining here that I
Oh
can cut
yeah.
out. But like the frickin' one missed call that review is gone.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that got taken down copyright. Alone in the Dark got taken down because of copyright. And Facebook got
Wait,
blocked because of copyright, or not Facebook. Twilight got blocked because of copyright. So I
wait,
had to put
Alone in the Dark was that or Are You Afraid of the Dark? Is that the
yeah
one?
yeah
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Don't be afraid of the dark. That's it. Yeah, don't be
Oh
afraid
yeah,
of
I
the dark.
remember a lot of people saying that was a good movie, and then I saw your review of it, and it's like, wait, it's fairies?
Oh, I hated that movie. Like, there's nothing I hate more than like a scary movie that's just kind of like when you watch it, you're kind of like, yeah, but why doesn't the person just like kick them? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're like these little things. Like, just get rid of them. And also like it may have worked in the 70s, but it just for me it just doesn't work now.
Totally,
And I
like totally. Did you see that Carrie movie?
oh, the new Carrie?
Yeah,
No, I haven't.
it. If you do get a chance to watch it, you'll be. One thing I commented on when I told my friends was, this movie worked in the '70s because stupid stereotype bullies worked in the '70s. It does
Yep.
not work now. Like these
Yep.
people are evil. These people, like if these people actually existed, this is horrible. These people are deranged high schoolers.
Yeah, it's kind of like taken like to an extreme, right? So, and that's kind of the problem with remakes, right? Because I mean,
Oh.
I hate horror remakes. My favorite like horror remake I think of all time would be The Thing from the
Oh,
80s.
really? You? Oh, so
Yeah,
are you
no,
saying
because
the remake
the
of
Thing in the
like?
80s with Kurt Russell, that was a remake of the
Okay,
original.
okay. I thought you were talking about. I was wondering, yeah, if you meant the thing from another world to the thing, or the thing to the newest one, which.
No, and I
Oh.
watched that recently, and I was kind of like, yeah,
Oh.
see, it's like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's like if it isn't broken, just don't try and
Uh,
fix it.
you
But
know.
that's the thing; they're gonna remake it because it's like you can bank on something that's been it's
Well,
from a business point of view,
they're
it's been successful.
Well,
So
they're starting to figure out that they were wrong, especially that Conan movie. That Conan movie cost like
oh
$100 million to
yeah,
make, and it made 13 back. It was such a fail. Well, and then another thing, like I remember when I watched the new Thing movie, the thing that pissed me off the most was it didn't have that sense of fear of the unknown. Like it turned into a slasher flick. You
right,
knew who
yeah,
the monster was. There was no, since obviously
yeah,
the other one worked off a budget, they more so went with the idea of who is the monster. And really, in the new
yeah,
one, you
yeah.
never had that issue. Like when the Norwegian lead scientist guy got attacked, it's like, oh, okay, we shouldn't have seen that because now we
Mhm.
know he's the monster.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
it was weird because it said it was supposed to be well, it's not a remake, it was a prequel, but yet things happened almost in the exact same order.
yeah.
It,
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, okay, one of us is the bond, so now we got to figure out who it is, and like, they already did this in the first movie, so
hmm
don't do it again in a
No.
prequel. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, the one thing, I don't know, like I don't want to put thoughts in your head, but if you ever did a review about it, the one thing you should definitely point out is when when the Norwegian guy turns into the full on monster at the end. I
Uh-huh.
remember it was supposed to be a horrifying scene, but they kept the actor's face on the front of the weird long elongated neck, and I thought it was hilarious because he just had this. It's like there's this awful monster with all these weird claws and everything, except
Yeah,
there's just deadpan face sticking
just
right at the
head.
screen,
Yeah.
and I was laughing so hard.
Well,
And then it like opened up and turned to the claws, and it yelled out, "Oh shit!"
it doesn't work. I think in part because it was CG, and that's why
hmm
it's like practical effects are always better than CG
Oh
because
yeah,
they're
dude,
actually
that
real. Like the original Thing, well, not the original, but like Kurt Russell, the Thing, right,
yo
was so awesome because they used practical
oh
effects and
the
it looked
oh
badass.
dude, the dog monster still scares the crap out of
Oh
me.
yeah, man,
Just
that was
where it
crazy.
turns and its head splits open. And
Yeah,
nowadays, I obviously can see what some people think of like the old one, how they're kind of dated effects. Like I do admit now, it doesn't scare me as much. And I even
right.
showed it to a friend who had never seen it, and he's like, "That guy looks a little silly." But it's like you
Yeah,
just put yourself into that situation, and that is like the new movie was actually I work for the university's newspaper here too, and that was the first movie I ever got to review, and the whole basis of my argument was the idea of fear and effects, and
right.
yeah, the old one's amazing. It is a great movie. And then the theme, like I've almost wanted to do an episode about that show, but really all I'd be doing is just playing the dun dun
Yeah,
dun
exactly.
dun
Yeah,
dun
exactly.
dun dun dun. And it's just like okay, I really wouldn't get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
Uh,
But like the thing is like you can look back at like the practical effects and like yeah they look dated but
at the
I always appreciate it a lot
yeah,
because I'm
no
like
doubt.
it's like when I watch The Exorcist I'm like this is all practical effects there's no CG here this
Yeah,
is like they had to build like models and mechanics with it and now they just be okay fix it in post
yeah.
you know
You know, actually, what scared me more than the whole demon was actually the at that time their versions of MRIs. Those
oh man
those medical apparatuses were horrifying.
dude
Okay, we're gonna stick this giant effing
oh
needle in your face.
yeah
No wonder
and
no
then,
one liked hospitals when they were in the sit. Like, no wonder your parents never liked hospitals.
like the blood is like squirting out of her neck. Like I'm like, this is the most uncomfortable part of the movie. Like the rest of
Oh,
the movie, I'm fine, but I can't
I
watch.
don't want to
Like
go to
when
the
the
doctor anymore. Or the thing that's spinning, like when she's in the machine and it's sort of
yeah,
spinning to examine her brains. If doctors are fucked up.
yeah,
Oh man, holy crap! We've been talking for over an hour and 40
yeah.
minutes. No
Okay.
man, this has been an awesome interview, dude.
Thank you.
This is great. You're a great dude, man. No, this is.
Well,
And sorry if I was kind of like at certain points in the interview. I don't know why, but I'm usually really good with talking with people. But anytime I meet any person that I find to be, in my eyes, a celebrity of some sort, I completely freeze. I met Jeremy Johns at PAX one year, and I said, "Hi, we have the same name." Oh, that's cool. That's the first thing I said to him.
That's
like,
pretty funny.
And then last year I met the guy who voiced Bob from Reboot, Michael Benyar.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, dude,
cool.
the guy, I think he fucking hates the fact that he did it. He was at the booth and he looks like the terrorist dude from the bald terrorist dude from Iron Man 1.
Really?
I almost wanted to ask him that, but it's like, okay, that'd be a little bit stereotype.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it took me like a full minute to fully get out what I wanted to ask him. I actually got him to do a recording, like say a show promo. He said, "Oh, yeah," I gave him this card, and he read it out loud onto a recorder, and I was like,
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's so cool.
I tried to get Billy West from Futurama to do it last year.
Dude, that would have been amazing.
I know,
Billy
but
West is like the best voice actor.
I know, and I tried, and he said, "Well, I want to, but I don't think I'm allowed to." I was like, "Damn it!"
That sucks. I'd be like, can't you just do it in a voice that isn't yours?
Yeah, I said, okay, well, if I can't can you say at least "good news, everyone"? He's like, "Good news, everyone."
That's awesome.
Oh no, man, it's this year. I know you got your fan expo. We got ours out here, and Carl Urban's coming to it. And,
really?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have him sign my Dredge, Blu-ray. But I'm looking for lower actors to see if I can have them say something like that.
Yeah.
So
that'd be pretty cool.
no. But anyway, man. Thanks again for this. This has been really, really fun. This has been an awesome time, and
well, thanks for having me.
Oh no, it was a pleasure having you, an honor having you. But I don't know if you would mind, like I don't use Skype that often, but sometimes I do, and the whole reason why I'm using this Air and Levy guy is because I just got this Chromebook and I've been trying to use it for everything. And I thought it's like, I can bring the Chromebook to the station. I can use that. Stupid Chromebook, stupid Microsoft. They don't have Skype on it yet. They did.
Yeah, that's weird.
But then they took it away. So I don't know. That's why I don't know if would I be able to add you? It's on Skype when I get home.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Just add this account.
Yeah, okay.
And then you should be able to search for it if you just search for it.
I wish I could game with you. That'd be awesome. Damn it!
Well, you can still add me on Xbox Live.
But how often do you go on it?
Not very often.
Yeah. See, no. Yeah.
But my gamer tag, like if you ever decide to come over to the dark side, like then my gamer tag is still the same across like PSN and Xbox 360. It's just that director mark. If you can see it on the screen.
I think. Oh yeah, Director Mark. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's just spelled like that.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
I haven't used Skype in a really long time. The last time I used it was when I did a show. I did a machinima with a bunch of friends from the States. We did a Halo machinima. We were so popular at one point that we got mentioned on Bungie.net.
Really?
Yep.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, but then I was a dick and I became really selfish with how I wasn't getting to write anymore. Like I wrote the original story, but then they kind of pushed me away. But they had the right to because they were doing all the filming and all the movements. But I was this really selfish dick, and I was like, hey, I want more in. And then in the end, like everything came apart on the last episode, and we have before the last episode, I got fired by them. They said, that's it, we're done with you, and then the whole group fell apart, and we've always been one episode away from finishing it.
Oh, dude, are you serious?
You
gotta finish that. You gotta find a way to finish that.
I know I want to, but I feel like there was like years where we didn't talk, and I've gone through a really hard process of the last few years to just making up for what I did. I found all my old Xbox friends, most of them anyway. Some of them have kind of just disappeared, but I've admitted I was an asshole. I've admitted that everything I did was wrong. I was a dick when I was in high school a bit.
Everybody was a dick.
But no, I've tried to make amends. I don't know. Would you be interested in watch? Actually, I don't know if you would
Yeah,
because
I'll watch that.
oh, it's awful, dude. We did this when we were 13, so the voice acting is atrocious.
Well, dude, just send it to me. I'll watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but yeah, it was fun. No, it's unfortunate also too is some of the episodes have been muted because we had one of the best episodes is muted, and it pisses me off every time because I watch them like, oh god, all the voices are great because there's this.
Why is it muted? Really?
I think as we had a song in there that was copyrighted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no, it was a stupid show. We just made it was called Halo Lost style. All it was we were just making fun of Lost, and there was
really?
there was these people, these weird characters. There was this. I was a British captain who was addicted to tea, and then there was the elites who were working around the side, and there was a gay one called Leslie, and he was so stupid because he'd be like, "Hello, Draco. Oh, you look nice and strong today." And I would get so pissed off doing that guy's voice because like, literally, how gay do you want me to be? They're like, oh, be a little more gay. Be a little bit more gay. Like later on in the show, you could totally hear that I'm just forcing out my lines because they made me do it so often. Like they said, oh, try it again. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Just do the original take. All right, the original take is always the best, not the 50th one.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, man, I've kept you up long enough. Thank you again. What? God, it's probably 10 o'clock there right now.
Yeah, it's only 10. I'm like up to like 3 every night, so it's fine.
Oh, you're a work owl. Well, actually, I'm sorry I've taken you away from your show.
Oh, that's fine. This is like my day off because the episode got released today, so I can actually take the day off.
Right? Oh, would you be wanting to like kind of hype this up on your show on your Facebook page about this?
Yeah, I'll do that for sure. If you just send me the link to it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'll send you the link. And one other reason why I want to send you I want to put up this the full original interview on YouTube is because we've been having issues right now with our podcast library, and I've been doing my show since February of 2012, and every single episode is gone. Like they've disappeared. We don't know where they are.
What?
So we're trying to find them, but it really pissed me off because I had some really good episodes with people, and I don't want to lose this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
But no, thank you again, Mark. This has been awesome, and this is awesome because I met when I first started watching videos. Oh man, it'd be really cool if I could actually talk to him. And they're like, wait a minute, have a radio show. That's a good enough excuse, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you again. Can't wait to put the episode up for tomorrow, and then I'm going to put the episode up online, and I'll link you everything. I'll send you an email of when it's going to come out tomorrow night. It's going to be out. It's going to go on air. I'm going to make sure it goes on air at the proper time. I don't trust people putting on my recorded stuff anymore.
That's right.
I'm going to come into the studio and press the play button, and I'm going to sit there for an hour.
Nice.
So it's going to be on at 8 p.m. my time. So, oh shit, it'd be 11 your time.
Yeah, it'll be 11. Yeah, I'll be up.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 11. So 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, and the website is called www.civl.ca. So it's civil. The word civil, just without the second I.
Right. Yeah. No, I've been there. I checked it out once.
Oh, sweet. Did you listen to any of my?
Yeah, I did. I listened to your stuff before I agreed to.
Oh, really?
I wanted to make sure you were legit.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah.
I didn't know if this was gonna be like an all-out attack on me.
Oh no, you had to. Oh man, I looked over that message I sent you like 7 times. And I was like, I don't want to come off as I'm weird. And then when you you didn't respond. I guess you weren't on it for a while. It's like, it doesn't take me seriously.
No, I did. I don't usually check my YouTube inbox.
Oh,
because like it doesn't tell you when you have something unless you go into community and then go into
exactly
inbox,
right. So that's why I was
so
like, I first I thought, well, maybe he hasn't seen it. So then I put it, and then I commented on your page, and then I was just like looking at my laptop almost every day, just like, is he gonna answer?
Yeah, once you messaged me on the thing, I was like, oh shit, and I checked my inbox. I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, I should figure out how to get this.
What did you listen to? Can I ask?
I listened to the Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels one.
Oh, sweet. No, that was a really good episode. My station manager even was like, wait, you played that episode? You played that soundtrack? It's like, oh yeah, back in June, man.
Yeah, that was cool, and I like that movie too. So that
Oh
was
no,
good.
it's great. It's funny because I like that movie, but I have kind of issues with Quentin Tarantino movies, even though they're the exact same bloody thing.
Yeah, they're very similar, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
but but at least Quentin Tarantino didn't make Swept Away, so there's
Oh.
that.
You know what's funny though? My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is Django Unchained, and it's
Yeah.
what is funny about it is the thing that I always complained about with my friends is that the movie never moved along. Like I thought the pacing was always really dragged out,
Mhm.
and when his editor like unfortunately passed away,
Yeah.
he had to hire a new one. And I
Yep.
don't know why, but I like Django because I thought the movie moved along, even though it was longer than any of his other movies.
Yeah, I know it's pretty long, but again,
It's
it's like especially he always has that one scene that's always very long and full of dialogue. Like in Glorious Bastards, it was the scene in the bar,
Oh, I
and
hated
with
that scene when I first saw it. I was like,
oh yeah, because you're reading
fuck.
so much subtitles, right? And with Django, it's the dinner scene. You know, like that is a major part of the movie, and it's a long scene, just them at the dining room.
Oh yeah, and it just keeps going. But I think it's just maybe it might have been also because Leonardo DiCaprio was in it.
Oh
But
yeah, so,
you know, it was funny too. Is I always have this argument with my friend is that he wasn't really a bad guy. Like, yeah, he was a bit of a bad person. Like, he was a bit of a scumbag for investing in everything with the black slaves and everything. But it's like, really, he wasn't a bad guy because
he was just doing what he knew. That's
yeah,
the thing.
he
You know, he wasn't. Yeah,
and then when he found out that what they were doing, he confronted them, but he didn't do anything evil. He just said,
yeah,
"All right, so we solved that." And then it's like really
yeah,
like
exactly.
Chris Christopherson technically is the dick. Oh, it's not
Yeah,
Chris Christopherson. Christopher Waltz. He's the dick
yeah.
because he shoots him and he
He
screws
shot.
up
Yeah, he shot him.
everything. It's like
He just wouldn't shake his hand. You
it's like
know.
you idiot. And that's another thing I thought was weird is that he won for that role, but basically he was playing the exact same role he played before, but instead of I don't know, I thought that Christopher Waltz was like all of his traits and how he acted and everything is exactly the same to was it Lands?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the only thing is like instead of hunting Jews, he's helping a black guy. And what I thought was weird is you okay, you are doing something differently morally, but you're acting the exact same way. Like
Yeah, he kind of it's like that it's that quirky kind of character, you
yeah,
know.
and
And
I thought it was really weird that he won. It's like, okay, you just won for Seth Rogening.
well, let's not go that far.
Okay, yeah, obviously not. No, he's got a bow more chops than that. But I thought that's what he was. It's like he's the same person.
Yeah, they were similar, but I think that's why Tarantino likes working with him
oh, no
is
doubt, the
that
guy is
he likes the
great.
style of the
Oh,
character.
and you like
It's
listening to the guy talk too, right? The
oh
guy's got
yeah.
such an captivating voice. And
Mhm.
then I actually liked him a lot more in Green Arrow when he changed. Not Green Arrow, Green Hornet. I actually liked how he like the character he was. I can't even remember I can't remember he made a name for his character. Was it the murderer or
Oh man, I
the
can't remember.
blooderer or something? I thought he was hilarious in that movie because he's just walking around all
Yeah,
casually. He's like, "This is hilarious."
yeah, he was probably the best part of that movie. I'd have to say.
Oh yeah, that movie. Like every time Seth Rogen started talking, it's like, "Oh God, shut up! You've been okay before, but oh,
Yeah,
shut up, Seth Rogen."
a little bit of overload. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, man, this is it. This is the time that I'm gonna say actually goodbye this time.
Okay. All right,
So
fair.
no, but thanks again. This has been really, really fun. I can't wait to edit this. We've actually just talked for about 2 hours now. So
Hours.
no, thank you again. Thanks for answering my questions. Sorry I couldn't go through all of them, but
Oh, that's
I didn't even expect us to like talk that long about stuff.
Yeah, well, you have to understand when you get me talking, like I'm gonna talk.
Yeah, no,
Sometimes I won't shut up.
I know it's funny because you're the opposite of what I've dealt with people who have been on my show. A lot of
Plus,
people they're so nervous that they answer it in like two sentences, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
and I kind of try and get them to go a little bit longer. But I didn't have to do that at all. It's like I was just sitting there saying, man, this was a question I thought we'd be over with in really quick. Man, we've gone on for about 5 minutes now. Jeez.
yeah.
But then thanks again, and I can't wait. I hope the episode is great for you, and I hope you maybe you listen to the show more like a little like you tune into the show sometimes,
Sure.
even though it's at 11 o'clock at night your time.
I'll I'll see what happens
Well,
because usually at 11 o'clock I'm not doing anything. So.
Well, the next episode is Detroit Rock City, if you know that movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a cool movie.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it, but everyone always told me about it, and I found the soundtrack once when I was down in the States for $1. So I've put it in. I was like, wow, there's some awesome 80s music in here. I have to play the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a cool movie, man. You should see that movie.
Oh,
it's
no.
Cool.
Yeah, I know it's on Netflix. So now that I'm ready to go with you, I can start working on the next episode.
Awesome.
All right, man. Thanks
Great.
again, and you have a good night, and hope to maybe talk to you again soon.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right. See you later.
All right. Take care.
Bye.